All right, in this video, I am going to complete problems number 1 and number 2, and then you will be expected to complete problems 3 and number 4, and we are not doing the try this, so we are only doing problems 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I will be doing 1 and 2 in this video. So grab your journals and follow along with me so we can do these ones together. So for this, like I said in my last video, you have this same chart, has a couple different numbers and a couple different activities on it compared to the last one, but it is overall the same. It is showing how many hours or how much time it takes to burn 100 calories. So we are going to use this to solve our problems. I know our next problem is on playing kickball, so I'm going to take a peek at playing kickball here, and I notice it's 1/5 of an hour to burn 100 calories. So we'll go to our next problem here, and playing kickball. It says Jenna burned about 300 calories playing kickball. How many hours did she play? So like I said, it is 1/5 hours to burn 100 calories. And here we know Jenna burned 300 calories. So what did I do there? I times by 3. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side to get my answer. And I'm going to multiply that numerator, that top number, by 3. And I will have 3/5. So she played for 3/5 of an hour to burn 300 calories. Our next question says, did Jenna play for more or less than 25 minutes? So we need to take our 3/5 and multiply that into minutes. I'm going to start with our 1/5 and see how many minutes of an hour 1/5 is. So I'm going to take 1/5 times 60 because there is 60 minutes in an hour. So this may seem like a big number, but remember you can cover up that 0 with your head and times 1 times 6. I know 1 times 6 is 6. So then I'm going to add on my 0 again for 60, and then I'm going to move over my 5 for my denominator. So I will have 60 over 5 for how many minutes, but I'm going to simplify this to see. I know that 5 can go into 60 12 times. I started with 5 times 10, gave me 50, and then I needed to add on 2 more sets of 5 to give me 12, which will also give me 60. So 12 minutes is 1/5. So we need 3/5. So I'm going to take 12 times 3, and I will get 36. So 36 minutes is how long she played kickball for. Is it more or less than 25 minutes? It is more than 25 minutes. And it says explain how you know. I kind of did my work over here, so I can use that. You don't need to use words. You can just show your work just like I did, and that will kind of let me see how you walked through it. All right, I'm going to skip over to problem 2 now and clear my board. Problem 2 says Katie went for a walk and burned 400 calories. She came home and burned 200 more calories washing dishes. All right, so this is where it gets trickier because we have multiple steps. So we are going to start with her walk. So she was walking for 100 calories. So for walking for 100 calories is 1/3. So 1/3 is 100 calories for her walk. I'm going to label that so I know. All right, so what did I do to make this 400? Because that is what we were trying to do for her walk. Multiply by 4. So I'm going to do the same on this side. Oops, 4. So 4 times the numerator here. 4 times 1 is 4. So I'm going to have 4/3. And I'm going to leave that in a fraction for now. And then I'm going to move on to her 200 calories washing dishes. So for 100 calories washing dishes, it is 2. Actually, I'm going to change my color here so it's easier for you to follow along. 2/3 per 100. So she has 200. So I need to times by 2 times by 2. Now I'm going to look at those numerators. You only multiply the numerators. 2 times 2 is 4. So 4/3 will give her 200 calories. So I now have 4/3 and 4/3. I need to add those together. 4/3 plus 4/3. This is my last step. I add that numerator. The denominator stays the same and leaves me with 8/3. I am also going to simplify this 8/3 before I put it up into my hours. So 3 can go into 8. How many times? 2. And I will have 2 left over, which will give me 2 2/3 of an hour is how much time she spent washing her dishes and walking outside. All right, you are going to do problem 3 and 4. Remember, we do not have to do the try this. You are only doing problems 3 and 4. Let me know if you have any questions.